Hello everyone, Candy Cane Cooper here, International Animal Communicator, and welcome to my live video blog number 2. So I appreciate you joining me once again today. So to start off, I'm gonna go with, let's see, we have some questions here. We're just gonna get right into it. If you do have a question that you haven't previously asked me for, go ahead, just type it in on the live feed. I'll see it and I will be glad to answer it as we go. All right, so first let's start with, oh, hi Nevi, hi Vanessa. Glad you guys are joining me right now. Hi Victoria, hi Julie. Okay, glad to see all of you here today. Our first question we have is from Nora in Arizona, and she is asking me, when the animals talk to me, is it just in words or pictures, or how is it that I receive it? So to give you a brief explanation, I'm a little bit different than most communicators. Some of them go off of intuition or like a vibe that they get. For me, I'm very fortunate because I hear their voice. I know I've shared this before. It's just like you and I talking, and my clients are already know this fact because they've been in session with me, and their voice depends on their personality, their age. Some of them sound older, some of them sound younger, and it's a reflection of, you know, their inner soul. I do also see pictures. They send me pictures. Hi honey, hi Vanessa again, hi Val, and I also do remote viewing, which is very cool. Actually, the military's used it for years, and it's where I can go into their body and see through their eyes, so I can look around and see wherever they are, and this is especially helpful when I'm working with a runaway lost animal. And then I can also tell my client if their floors need to be cleaned, because like we're low to the ground, so we're looking at a whole different zone here. Then I also can check them spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. So I get the whole package when I do a reading. So to answer your question, hi Roseanne, my lovely cousin, love you. Yes, words, pictures, emotion, remote viewing, you name it, the whole enchilada. That's how I read the animals. Okay, let's see. Val wants to know, can I speak about how I connect with the animals who aren't with you in person? Well, I just did. That's how I do. Most of my sessions are about, I'm going to say, 95% remote, because I have clients all over the world. I don't mind doing a house call or a barn call, and that's always fun because we can see the animals' reaction in real time. I mean, some of them are really hysterical and they talk back and all this and that. But for the most part, it's the same reaction. It's just on the other end. And for me, when I'm reading remote, I don't really like to do a visual. I know some of you like to do FaceTime with the animals, but I find it a little distracting. It's not really necessary. Okay, let's see. What other questions do we have here today? Yes, Nevi, COVID-19 sucks. I agree. I hope that all of you are staying very safe. Hi, Wouter. Nice to have you join me here today. My next question is from Maya, who's in Israel, and she wants to know, do the animals have like a separate heaven when they cross over, a separate place from us? And do they know of God or speak of a God? No, when I'm on the other side, they are right there with human companions, animal companions. Some they know from before, some are brand new. So it's not a separate place. We're all joined together. So I know a lot of you want to feel that you're going to be reunited when you cross over. So yes, they will be there. And not to give my new book a plug, but I have a lot of information on that and stories that I share in this and whatnot about that. So if you have more questions about that, it'll be in my book. Let's see. are you able to speak on different languages with the animals? I've only had 2 animals come to me in a different language, and I think that's because I'm a little bit fluent in Spanish. So I had one horse talk to me in Spanish. He was from Durango, a wild Mustang. And then I also have a longtime client of mine, Vin Phu, who is in France. And one time he started speaking to me in French. I know a little bit of French, having 2 ex-French husbands, but immediately I said, hey, you guys, this is all great, but we got to go to English. And so there you go. So for some reason, somehow, when I receive it, it does translate into the English language for me. I'm glad your dog is listening. That's good. Very good. Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. So my next question is, oh, and do they speak of God? Maya wanted to know. That is a very heavy question. I could take up this whole time talking about that, so I'm going to move on. But again, I speak about that in my upcoming book. Melanie in California says she has a stray cat that eats in the house, but he prefers to stay outside. And so she wants to know, is it because of his breed or because he is not neutered? Well, this brings up a very good point that I'd like to address. I think that us as humans, we like to put labels on the animals like we do with ourselves. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Melanie. Nice to see you. Glad you're watching. You know, some of us can be a little racist. We feel like blah, 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 drivers are this way, or blah, 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 people are lazy, or this or that. And unfortunately, that bleeds over onto the animals, where, I mean, how many times have you heard, oh, I'm going to get a Labrador. They're such great dogs. They love everybody. Oh, pit bulls, no good, too dangerous. Oh, Chihuahuas, nervous and crazy. I'm going to tell you right now that none of that is true. Hi, Sensei Larry. Nice to see you here. Hi, Ariana. Oh, my other client from Italy. Nice to see you. Hi, Andrew. Inga, hi. Hi, Inga. Nice to see you too. Love you, Daggy. Do you see? Oh, you can't see. I'm looking right at your painting of Jazzy, but it's over the front of my desk, not in the back. Anyway, all of these things that we pat answers or labels that we have put on the animals are not true. Each and every one of them are their own individuals. How many of you have loving, beautiful, sweet pit bulls? How many of you have stoic, heroic Chihuahuas? How many of you have some Labradors that really aren't that great, especially with kids? What can I say? Hi, Roberto. Nice to see you. Also, my other client from Italy. Hi, Dean. Nora, I answered your question at the very beginning of this. So if you missed it, it'll be posted afterwards, okay? So just remember that, especially if you're looking for a new companion, don't go on, I'm sorry, all you dog trainers out there, horse trainers, this breed is that way, mares are crazy, geldings are better. Come on, we all know that that's not true, especially all of us that have mares, red chestnut mares. They're not all crazy, okay? All right, let's move on to our next question. Hi, Laura, nice to see you here today. Mickey from Tennessee wants to know, oh wait, let's see. Let's go with Alma for a second. She owns a pet salon and she gets the best pits. There you go, Chihuahuas and more, and they're all awesome. Exactly, Alma. So you know what I just said. All those, old-fashioned misnomers about the animals really are not true at all. All right, so let's get back to Mickey's question in Tennessee. She says, I think my dog is really smart. Am I just like a tiger mom for animals, or does everyone else think this about their pets? Okay, that's a good question. All right. Hi, Laura. Nice to see you here. Well, yes, of course, we all do think that, our animals are special, and that's fine. And I know we talked about last time the favorite, which is fine. We all have our favorites. But yes, some intellects are higher than others with the animals, like I was saying before with the other question. They're all individuals. When I communicate with them, circling back to that other question, they're just like us. Some are more outgoing and they want to talk in the session. Some are a little more reserved, where they're introspective. They want the human caretakers to be more involved in sort of digging out what the issue is or what we're working on. Some of them are very funny. And you'd be surprised. I was working with a very young cat yesterday, only 2 years old. I've been tracking her for 3 weeks now. And she is so smart for 2 years old. It just blows my mind. And sometimes I'll be working with a horse that's 35. Same. Very, very smart and lucid and in the moment. So it just, again, depends on the individual animal and what they have going on within them. Yeah. So there you go. All right. Now, our next question here is from Bridget in Louisiana. And this is kind of a heavy question. She says, how will I know when it's time to let my companion go? My heart is breaking right now. Oh, Trudy. Hi, Trudy from Australia. I'm glad you guys are tuned in here. So my question that I just was asked, which, Trudy, we've been through this a few times together. How will I know when it's time for my companion to go? And I'm going to share a little story about Cosmic. I hope you don't mind, Trudy, because you're here with us. Hi, Cindy. Nice to see you. Give my love to Kachina. Denise. Hi, Denise. Another misnomer. I hear this so many times, and my clients wait. Can't they just cross over on their own? I just can't do it. Is that okay with you, Trudy, if I share about Cosmic's story a little bit? You let me know. It's heartbreaking because, hi, Mimi, I'm glad you're here. Because they can't just magically say, okay, I give up, I'm going to go now. I mean, yes, they can, but it's not a magic switch that they cross over, because you can't get yourself to assist them or face the facts. So a lot of times what we do in session, if we're dealing with somebody, thank you, Trudy, that with an animal that is in that kind of situation, we ask them, when can your human caretaker know it's time? A lot of times they say the same thing. When they can't walk, when they can't get up. Okay, I know Cosmic will love for me to help. Okay, yes, I don't want to start crying. Because it's very scary for them to feel trapped in their bodies and not be able to move. It's very confusing to them. They're not understanding what's wrong with them. Hi, Glenna. Nice to see you here today. So remember that fact, and you don't want to put your emotions ahead of them. I'm not saying this for everybody to have a session with me just to find out when the time is right, but please do know that they cannot do this on their own. So, if you see them suffering, you need to step in. And so I'm going to share this little story about an amazing dog that I work with an amazing woman and her partner in Australia for a long time, Trudy and Leo, and all their Great Danes. And Cosmic is a very special boy, Harlequin Great Dane, who's having some issues and was getting close to his time to cross over. So we had a session, and he said, I would like to have a party before I go. So I thought that was a fabulous idea. Okay, you'd like to have a party before he crosses over. So, and then I think it was like, then he said a couple more days with mommy, and then he'd be ready to go. So long story short, his human caretakers make him an amazing party. It's so awesome. And then we connect with him again. Okay, Cosmic, is it time? Next day, 2 days, whatever. And then he said, well, you know what? I think I'm going to wait a little while. Hi, Jason. Hi, Livio. Nice to see you. So, okay. I mean, he had an adorable personality, or has an adorable personality anyway. So we waited another week or so because he just wasn't quite ready yet. And hi, Bonnie. And then he was ready to go after his party. And the funny thing, Trudy, which I never shared with you, is another client of mine requested the same thing before he was ready to cross over. A very special dog that I worked with for about 8 years, Murray. Well, 9 years now because I still work with him on the other side. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Nancy. And he wanted to have a big party. And so my client and her best friend got all the party favors together. We're all ready to make him this big party. And then he decided that he just didn't want all these people around him being sad. So isn't that interesting? So he had another take on it. He didn't think that they would be celebrating his life, that they would be crying and they would be sad. And he knew how hard this was going to be on his human caretaker. And he just said, oh, you know, Mommy, it's not worth it. Like, cancel the party. I just want it to be you and me. And I was fortunate enough to be there too to help him. And that's it. So he canceled the party. So it's two different perspectives, you see. So Cosmic got his party. He was very happy. And hi, Shay. Nice to see you, Shane. And Cindy. Hi, Cindy. And Darnell, hi. Glad you're here with me. So chime in with your questions. I'm looking live on screen right now too, and I'm just going through some questions that were emailed to me before our live blog today, okay? Hi, Domenico. Nice to see you here. So there's two different versions on what they both wanted, and they both were respected and honored and crossed over beautifully and easily. Okay, so let's go on to another question. Hi, Stuart. Let's see. Tommy Lee from South Carolina. He said he wants to know, how do you calm down a horse? Oh, very carefully. You got a lot of weight there coming at you. Well, each situation is very different. When you have an animal that's in a heightened emotional state. I love you too, Trudy. Thank you for letting me share Cosmic Story. Appreciate it. Love to you and Leo and all the babies. So that's the first thing, especially if you're dealing with a large animal. You just don't want to go in there and put on your aggressive hat. That is never going to work, because the more you push, the more pushback you get. So I'm going to say, because that's such a broad question, Tommy, each situation is very different. So especially, again, if you're working with large breeds, I want you to proceed with caution and really, really think about what you're doing before you move ahead, okay? All right, so we have another question here. When you aren't speaking with the client, do the animals contact you still? Oh, that's a great question. Hi, Angela. I'm glad you made it today. And Christina, hi. And Jade, hi, sweetheart. Let's see. What is Jade asking me? Do I ever have clients to speak to you? Oh, yes. Same question. Yes, I do. Have clients, animal clients, contact me when I'm not in session. I do a meditation twice a day for myself, in the morning before I get out of bed, to just clear myself from my nighttime thoughts, and then I also do one at nighttime before I go to sleep. Hi, Disney. Send you my love too. And sometimes when I'm not in this state, but mostly it does happen to me in the very early morning hours. And a lot of you know that I get up very early because you're all over the world and I'm calling you at 3 in the morning here, and or vice versa, so we can have our sessions. They'll chime in. They'll message me if they have an urgent message to share with their human. Sometimes they just come in and visit and say hello, especially from the other side. They just want to check in and tell their human caretakers that they're okay, which is, it's really beautiful. So yes, I do get contacted quite regularly. And it's no charge. I always say when it's a collect call. So if your animal contacts me, I'll let you know, and there's no charge for the collect calls. Okay, let's see. Cindy wants to know, could my dog Franklin be stressed that we're all home right now? He attacked 2 dogs yesterday and is staying away from us. I'm scared that he is stressed with all the quarantine time. Absolutely, absolutely. Hi, Danielle, my little brother's other half. Nice to see you here, honey. Yes, absolutely. You all know that when you're upset and feeling extreme anxiety, your animals are receiving all that negative energy. So what I suggest right now, and I'm getting a lot of questions, of course, on this subject because we're all, you know, dealing with this pandemic and it's new to all of us. Love you too, honey. Love you too, Danielle. Sit down, have a talk with your dogs, your cats, your horses, your goats, your rabbits, your sheep, whatever your companions are. Explain to them what's going on. It's okay to let them know that you might be scared and stressed out. Don't lie, because they know the truth. And I know all of you animal people know that they know the truth. So never, ever, ever lie to your animal, ever, especially now. And tell them that you're going to get through it, like we all are. We're all going to get through this, but this is all uncharted waters for all of us, including the animals. And when you see your animal getting stressed out like that, sit down again, take the time. Consistency, consistency, consistency. Repetition gives the animal security. And so now everything has changed. So let them know that this is going to be the new normal for at least a while longer, and that you're going to be home and hanging out with them and being able to spend more time with them, doing all kinds of fun things. And just focus on the positive. But again, address it, and if you see them getting stressed out, even if you have to do it a couple times a day, you know, do it. And it'll make you feel better too, because they're there for you to lean on as well. So now take this time to connect in an extra special way with all your animals. I know, Cindy, we all are very scared. This is all new for all of us. So, you know, we're holding each other's hands. Hold on to your animal tight and try to move forward. Hi, Mitchell. Nice to see you here. Cool. Charles, hi. Oh, what are you saying, Nevi? I think Ricky Roo. Oh, no. Let's not put that on there. Okay. Ruru should never be in trouble. Okay. Ruru can never be in trouble. She's one of my little precious clients. All right. Let's see what our next question is. We have time for one more question. Do any of you out there want to send me a live question right now? Or I'll go back to my notes if nobody else has a live question. I don't know if we have a time delay or not. I'm not sure, but I don't think so. Okay, so we will go to our last question now today, where, let's see, Frankie wants to know. Frankie is in Texas. Oh, thank you, Dylan. Nice to see you. Oh, okay, wait, we have a question from Dylan. Let's go for that. Thank you for sending me your love. I send it back to you. Do I ever make connections with animals who are not good in nature? Oh, yes, all the time. And again, they're all separate and different personalities. And some of us, you know, are not really great human beings, which I'm sure you know. Being a human being yourself, you've encountered some And there are some animals that are just born that way as well. So if you happen to be their human caretaker, I think you just need to look at them as a special needs and situation by situation, and deal with it as best you can. If you have an animal that's super aggressive or violent, I work with behavioral issues all the time as well. Hi, Randy. Nice to see you here. Say hi to your beautiful poodle for me. Of course, take that into consideration. Don't do anything that's going to put yourself in harm's way. And if you need to get some professional help, go for it. Not for your animal, not for you. Okay, let's see. Angela wants to know, do pigs really have 4-year-old child until? Absolutely. They are as smart as a 4-year-old child. I'm sure some of you have seen the videos of these pigs doing puzzles and mazes and all kinds of crazy things. I know I have some videos posted up of my horse. She's 11 now, but I've been working with her since she, 6 months old. And she can read colors and put them together. And now I am in the process of teaching her how to spell. So she's learning the alphabet. It's kind of a big challenge, but I'm going to eventually be posting her putting sentences together as soon as I can build an apparatus that she can maneuver, because she likes to eat the flashcards right now. So that can be a problem, because that's not good for her tummy. But yes, pigs are extremely smart, which brings me to something that's close to my heart, being vegan. So all my real animal lovers out there, if you're not vegan, I'm not preaching to you, but I'm just saying who I defend, and you might consider switching, because, come on, it says it all. Okay, so in closing here today, I just want to say thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I'm having a good time doing this. I hope that I'm getting all your questions answered. I'm going to try to do this every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. My book will be coming out in June this year, so look for it. It'll be on Amazon, also be on my website, so I'm so excited about this adventure. I'm all ready to write book number 2. And in the meantime, please, all of you, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and peace. Talk to you next week. Bye.